the second segment of the topic we have been discussing, which is on office. Now, we stop at the office layout. Let's go back here again. I explained that an office layout is the structure or the arrangement of the various offices in an organization. You shall make sure that there are two types of office layout. You have the group layout and the process layout. We are talking of the group layout. The group layout in an office is simply where the staff and the tools or machine needed to carry out the daily activities are arranged in accordance with those that are doing the work. Take for example, in an organization, you have the typist. In the typist, you have the typist and the typing machine attached to their group there. Then you have the account session, whereby the account session and the machine, like let's say you want to use any accounting tools, like let's talk of the laptop, like any accounting package will be placed into the laptop. They are arranged in that group. Let me draw it dramatically for you to understand it more. Take for example, this is an office. In that layout, this is the layout for the typist of the organization. Then this is the layout for the account section of the organization. Also, you have them like this. Now, you can see this. These are the staff. These are their desks. These are their desktop. Is that clear to you? These are their desktop. I'm representing them dramatically now. You can see that this typist A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L. You can see that. Let's count it together. Are you there, students? Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It means that in that particular organization, they have 12 typists as their staff. Is that clear? Okay, now let's go to the account section now. You have A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L. The same number of staff in the account section. This one, A, B, C, D, which are also the tools on their table. Now, a particular typing machine is attached to this. A particular machine also attached to it. They are using it. Also, each laptop is attached to each staff here. You can see here now, being represented alphabetically. In this type of system, we call this group layout. Is that clear? This is what we know as group layout. Group layout. Now, let's go to the second type of layout. You have the process layout. In the process layout, the staff are arranged in sequence to the activity of the organization. What do I mean by that? How the work goes. Let's use a production company, for example. In a production factory, a manufacturing company, a manufacturing organization. manufacturing organization. Now, in that manufacturing organization, you can see that first process, you have the raw material like this. This is how it goes. Let's say, first of all, here is for the supervisor. For the supervisor, the raw material. Are you following? G goes like this. Then after supervising the raw material, it's not transferred to the production. That's the production office, whereby the production manager will now, or the manufacturer will now look at the raw material if they are of good quality. Then after they have been processed, they will now transfer the processed one, the finished product, into the storehouse or the warehouse, what we call warehouse. Is that clear to you? This system is what we know as a process layout. Now, let me give you a little writing on the board on it now. Group layout. It is an arrangement whereby the staff machines are positioned according to the work they are engaged in. Then B, your process layout. Process layout. It is whereby the staff are arranged in sequence to their work. As you can see it now. You can see it now linking to the diagram. Now, also, let's go further now. Apart from these two types of layout, you can see that layout can be linked to the types of office also. You can see that, like the first group layout can be linked to a large office, while what we call process layout can be linked to smaller organization also, because of the structure of the offices. Apart from these two main types of layout or main types of office, we also have what we know as open office and closed office. Like in open office, you can call the group layout as an open office. While the manufacturing organization can call it as a closed office. Although in some organization, you have both the open office and the closed office. For example, let's take bank institution, for example. Like in bank, you have the open office whereby you see in the banking hall, you see the cashier section, you see the customer care section, you see the marketing section in a particular hall. That is known as an open office. Then also you have a closed office there, whereby the office of the manager is quite different from all other offices, or the office is meant only for the manager. Is that clear? You call that closed office. Now, going further, to over explain more on an office, in the department, you will have, in a particular department, you have more than one office. Let me use now. You have, in the department now, you have production, or let's start with personnel department. Personnel, account department. We have the production. You have the marketing. There are more departments. We have the marketing. You can also have the transport department also. Transport department. Then you have also what we call purchase department. These are some of the departments now. Now, in each of the departments now, like let's take the personnel department. In an organization, personnel department is the department that is responsible for recruiting and training of staff. In that personnel department, you will have the office of the personnel manager and all other offices that are under the personnel manager. Let's say personnel department. First office there is the personnel manager's office. Is that taken? Then followed by any other staff in that particular department, like you can have the clerks that are working there. Other clerks, they may be up to more than one or two that are working under this department. But the head of that department is a personnel manager, which is obviously quite different from all these other staff. Is that clear to you? Now, you have this, like the accounts department now, also, you have the account manager, what you call, or the financial director. Is that clear? Let me put it down. Account department. You have the what we call financial director or the accountant, depending on the organization. Is that clear? You have the financial director or the accountant or the organization. Under that, you also have accounts clerk, then any other staff that are under this particular department. You can see the various offices now. This particular office is quite different from this office. So you can see it. Also, you consider that you have the production department. Also, you have the production manager office. Production department. Then first also you have production manager. Then you can see production supervisor, what we call production supervisor office, which you can see it with any other office. You can see that in a particular department you have more than one office. It goes like that. The marketing department also, you have the marketing manager who is responsible for marketing the finished product of the organization. Then with any other staff under him, then you have transport department, you have transport manager also, and other transport like the drivers, they are under this department. Purchasing department, you have purchasing manager. Purchasing manager is this department is responsible for purchasing of the goods, the raw materials that are used in that organization. Is that clear? So you can see all this and offices, and you can get an office, more than one office in one particular department in an organization. Now, let's take down class activities now. Class activity. Class activities. Now, for your class activity, 1, list 5 offices in a production company. Then 2, distinguish between a department and an office. Is that clear? Then, for your assignment, give 5 importance of an office to any organization. Then 2, mention 5 organizations and the system of their office layout. Is that clear? Okay, now finally, the summary, we have been talking about an office, in which an office, as we have been discussing, you can see that in an organization you have various rooms. Those rooms, you see that co operates, is known as an office. Is that clear? Like what we made mention of, like in the banking, you see various rooms. Those are offices. And also, we made mention of types of offices. Like we made mention of a small office and a larger office, which depends on the organization. Then also the structure, that is the layout of an office, where you have the group layout and the process layout. I think with this few explanation, we have clarified about an office. Thank you and have a nice day. Bye for now. The next lecture.